We'll take a big leap and go right to that corner.
Sir, you are presumed to be the next Egyptian president, and you have the ideology of tolerance and equality. And the biggest party in Egypt, the Muslim Brotherhood, is having its belief in Islamic fundamentalism. Do you think how will these things go together?
Well, I'm not sure that the Muslim Brotherhood you can describe them as fundamentalist. They are religiously conservative group, that's for sure. They are the one. Some of them say that a president should be a man and a Muslim and not a woman or a Copt, which obviously is not shared by the majority of the Egyptian. And hopefully the constitution will put some of that stuff to rest. But they haven't never used violence. They commit themselves that they would live under a constitution that protect a civil state, that they will agree with the majority of the Egyptian on a civil state, and they are around 15-20% of the Egyptians. The Mubarak regime continued to say that they are banned. I mean, you cannot ban 20% of the Egyptian from being part of the political process. They are. I have been saying all the time that they have to be integrated. When you are integrated as part of the political process, lots of things change in your own views. It is different when you are an outsider than from you are insider. However, they have to play by the rules. They have to play by a constitution that protect, as I said, the same rights and same obligation of everybody. And they say they are ready to do that. They will be put to the test. But I think a socially cohesive Egypt, where everybody is participating, is a more moderate and modern country as you look to the future.
That lady at the back, please. Was there a hand raised by a lady at the back? The gentleman. No, there wasn't. Well, there's a hand raised by a lady in front. So why don't you take the next question?
My name is Ira Trivedi and I'm a writer. Do you see women playing a more substantial role in shaping post-revolution Egypt than they traditionally have done so in that part of the world?
If I got you correctly, you said, did women play a
Do you
strong...
see women playing a more substantial role?
In the future of Egypt?
Yes, in shaping post-revolution Egypt.
Post-revolution.
Very much so. I mean, lots of the young people who have been working, for that revolution, a good percentage are women. I don't see any group of young people without having at least quite a few women among them. Women, in fact, were more courageous in many situations. They were at the forefront of many of the demonstrations. They are doing a fantastic job. I'm talking about the young people. They're being liberated. And I think we will not have the Second Republic I'm talking about, without the women playing as important, if not more important, role than men.
Perhaps you could explain what the First Republic was.
Well, the First Republic, if you call it, I use the analogy with the French, when they have now the Fifth Republic. I use the analogy that Mubarak and his, predecessor were the First Republic, and if you call them a republic.
Jamal Nasser.
Yeah, and Sadat, but they all have different style of government. They all had one thing in common. It was always a repression system of governance. And when I talk about a Second Republic, is talking about a democratic Egypt.
You've removed Hosni Mubarak. Have you removed the army?
Well, the army hopefully does not want to play politics. They want to say, and they are saying that we want to stay only for 6 months as a transition, and that's frankly part of our problem. I've been saying, well, if you want to, they say we want to go back to our barracks, we have our job cut for us. I said that's fine, but then, transfer power to a civilian presidential council, but don't cut short the transitional period, because cutting the transitional period short will not take us to where we want to go.
Elbaradei, my name is Bobby Seigel. In fact, my question is leading on from what Mr. Akbar just asked you. This is the first time in the Arab world that we're seeing a movement which is not anti-West or anti-US. However, was the success of the quick success of your revolution largely or in some great part due to the neutrality of the Egyptian army, as opposed to Libya, where the Libyan army is very pro-regime?
Yes, I think so. I mean, we had the ones who were really playing a lethal role against the revolution was the state security system, the MI5, if you like, the internal security system. The army has been neutral. As I have come now to understand, many of them many of the leaders are quite happy to see Mubarak gone. They knew about a lot of the corruptions, but they were not part of the political process. But they were completely neutral, and we were lucky for that. They are the one who told Mubarak the last day, you have no option but to go.
Because it's a conscription army.
It's conscription.
Would you like the next question here? Go ahead.
A lot of people have commented that during the time that perhaps Nelson Mandela was a circumstantial hero, a coincidental hero of circumstance. Do you think that the same perhaps could be said about you, considering a lot of people think that you are an outsider who has come in now?
I would decline that comment. I can say I participated in a revolution that has been triggered by the young people and supported by every Egyptian, including myself.
No, I just here. Then after that.
My name is Pawan Malhotra. Congrats for a peaceful revolution fueled by a nuclear expert like you. In hindsight, did Hosni Mubarak have any role to play in Anwar Sadat's assassination?
Well, I'm not a believer of conspiracy theory, so I don't think so, no.
At the back, please.
But now we are a democracy, you will find out anyway.